So many people have told me they feel stuck by their low interest rate. That's exactly why I created the Golden Handcuff Calculator, because you may not be as stuck as you think.
Hello.
Hi.
So, Elizabeth.
Yes.
One of the things that you and I have been talking about a lot lately is people being quote unquote trapped in a low interest rate in their house. And we want to dive into it, a calculator that you built and some things that you've designed to help facilitate that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about essentially that myth or potential myth that people are trapped in a low interest rate.
Yes. Over the last several years, I've noticed people don't want to sell their homes, even though they may want to downsize. They may need to be in a 1-story versus a 2-story, but they think they can't afford it, and they hang on to these mortgage rates like their life depends upon it. Mm-hmm. And, when I show them, I actually have sat down with someone and went through their finances with them, and we put down what they owed. This is exactly what the calculator does, just so you know. We put down what they owe on their house, what their home is worth. We added in all of their liabilities, all of their debts, what their minimum monthly payments are, the balances, and then we put in the home that they wanted to purchase. So we put the purchase price in there, and then basically we, did all the calculations and used the equity to pay off the debts. And when we came out with a new house payment, they were saving $2,500.
Wow.
A month.
With a new house.
With a new house at a 6.25% interest rate.
And that kind of blows you away because everybody's thinking, I don't want to ever give up this low interest rate that I got in 2021, 2022.
Yes.
And they want to keep the house, or I shouldn't say they want to keep the house. They feel like they have to keep the house.
Yes.
Because of that. But then they have other debt that's going in there that is impacted by the Fed funds rate.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. And they just feel like, financially it's a bad decision to get rid of that low mortgage rate. But honestly, it's a bad decision when they can barely afford their monthly payments.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a whole ball of wax where they're factoring in, they don't want to give this up, but they're drowning over here.
Correct.
And there are options that can help them solve that equation and possibly help them do something they've wanted to do or needed to do that they've been putting off because of that misconception about what that 3% or sub 3 is doing for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When they see it in black and white, it's a completely different story.
And so you built out a whole calculator. And why did you do that?
Because I see a lot of people, especially, people my age or even a little bit older that really want to downsize at this point in time. Their kids have gone off to college, but they have these 3% interest rates, and I can't downsize. It's that my payment's going to be actually more if I downsize. Well, that's not always the case. And when I sat down with people and showed them this, I realized there's a need for this because it's a complete myth. That is the best word for this. It's a myth of these 3% interest rates. Oh, see, I lost my train of thought. Feeling like you're stuck and you have no options, but you do have options. People have surgery. They can't go up the stairs to their bedroom, and it's going to be a permanent thing for them.
They need something different.
And they feel like they can't do it because they can't afford it.
Or they think, just to one of the points that we've talked about before, was that their tax basis or something like that.
Yes. And that's another big myth. Mm-hmm. Basically, in the state of California, we have Proposition 19, which allows anyone above the age of 55 to transfer their tax base to anywhere in California. It's not limited to the same county that you're in, which is huge for people, especially when they want to move closer to their kids and they don't think they can afford it.
And that's, I think the last NAR statistics said the number one reason people are moving in that upper age demographic is because they want to be close to their friends and family.
Correct.
And people might be holding off on that, avoiding life changes for the better because of exactly what we're talking about. There's
right.
myth understandings, misconceptions, right?
Exactly.
That's huge. And so I mean, just again, we've talked about this a lot over the last handful of years. Mm-hmm. And there are some people where it makes sense to keep that 3% or whatever interest rate.
Absolutely.
But I just see so many people that whether they're planning on moving or not, or they want to move or not, they are also feeling burdened and trapped by not looking at their economic situation holistically.
The full picture. People don't seem to realize that rate is just one piece of the puzzle. Mm-hmm. There are so many more items that come into play that people don't look at.
Yep.
So
Well, I think so many people have held off on making choices. Most of the people have been doing things in the real estate market in the last handful of years have been doing it because they needed to do it, not because they wanted to do it. And they have put off delayed gratification on doing the things they want to do because, again, they felt trapped in that low interest rate.
Absolutely.
You start factoring in all these other pieces. And it's, again, why you built this calculator so people could see firsthand.
Correct. They can see firsthand. And I can't even tell you the relief that some people, I mean, I've seen on their faces. It's great.
That's huge.
It is huge. It is huge.
It's one thing. It's one thing to have a conversation like it could be this, it could be that. Another thing to put pen to paper or just go on your website and look at the calculator.
Look at the calculator. And, you know, another thing that I want to mention that nobody sees these numbers. You can do this from the comfort of your home. It's a simple website that you go to. It's called the Golden Handcuff Calculator.com.
I love that.
And, you know, on there, it's very, very easy to use. It's self-explanatory. And then at the bottom, there's actually, I just added it today, is the Mythbusters.
Okay.
And, you know, I have about 11 different ones on there. You know,
All the things people think are truths that
Correct.
may not be truths.
Yes. So I really strongly feel that if people just check this out and, you know, and if the numbers make sense, you know, I have my information's on there. I would love for people to call me and we'll dig deeper into the numbers and see if this is really the right step for you to take.
I think that's huge. And I just think it shows a certain level of professionalism of what you bring to the table. And I think that's what people drastically need in a market like today. And so I think kudos to you for building this out for your consumers.
Yeah.
For people to actually go on there and do the math and then also know that they've got somebody that's done this before and knows the path and how to have those conversations.
Thank you. It's, you know, it's been a lot of work in the last several months trying to figure this out. So it's
for sure.
It's nice.
Again, you're not doing this just because it sounds like a cool thing to do. It's because
No.
you're coming across a lot of people that are in these situations.
Yes.
And here's an opportunity to maybe help more people in big life decisions.
Right. Another factor, it's not just downsizing. People want to upsize.
Mm-hmm.
And when they actually check out their numbers, sometimes their payment increases by a couple $100, but they get the bigger house that they wanted. And $200 a month, really, you don't go to Starbucks and you don't go out to dinner
You
one
make some
night.
life changes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, that's the great thing about the world that we live in is that in the United States, we have these things called 30-year fixed interest rates.
Correct.
Right? So
Only
as
place in the world.
And as our income goes up, and as the world gets more expensive, our mortgage payment stays the same, right? And so you give them an opportunity to either upsize or move into that school district that they've always wanted
Right.
to, or whatever that is that they may have been putting off for a while because of all the things that we've already talked about.
Correct.
huge.
That's absolutely why I created this, because it's not just one demographic that it's good for.
Mm-hmm.
It's for several.
Yep.
Upsizers, downsizers.
Want to live in a different neighborhood.
Correct.
Hers.
Yes. And people, the other one, the hugest one, I think, is for people who are carrying a lot of debt.
Yes.
So much, your credit card debt, your credit card interest rates are anywhere between 15 and 30%.
Yeah,
Depending on where you're at. Your car payment. Some people have medical bills, student loans, HELOCs. And when they have these all together, it creates so much anxiety for a family.
For
and
sure.
if I can show them and how this works and eliminate that for them, I do think it could be absolutely life-changing for families.
Yeah, because people are trapped in this world where they feel like, again, not to hammer the point home, but
Yeah.
they feel like they're trapped in this, but they're getting buried and overwhelmed and losing sleep over this over here. And if we took that
Yes.
and looked at it holistically, their world could look much better. And I think there's a lot of people in that situation that don't know where to go
Exactly.
to get the answers to those questions. I mean, you see consumer debt's at an all-time high and it's rising rapidly because of what's happened in the world. And I think because of what's happened with the interest rates out there, people have gotten further and further behind.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if somebody wanted to find out more about this calculator and run the numbers for themselves, where they go again?
GoldenHandcuffCalculator.com.
I love it. Golden
Yes.
Handcuff.
Yes. Like it is the golden handcuffs.
Yeah. Trapped in that,
You're
that
trapped.
great interest rate.
Yes. A lot of people feel it.
Yeah,
I felt it.
We're seeing more and more people come out of that, right? Whereas we're watching the number of people that are in that 3% range getting smaller and smaller, and the people that are in a 5% to 6% getting bigger and bigger just because of
Correct.
life happening and situations like this.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yes. Remember, rate is only one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. It's one piece,
One piece.
not the entire picture.
Correct.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Patrick. I really appreciate your time on this.
Absolutely.